What's going on, guys? So let's take a look at the triple Qs. NASDAQ 100, again, another filthy day, up 1.72%, 6 points on today's session. So with that being taken into account, we did close at 371.19. It made a nice little push towards the end of the day. One thing that I do want to know is this is the first close over the 200-day moving average since we lost it, and that was all the way back here on the 13th. Let me make sure my line is correct. It's on the 13th of January. So, realistically, to start the year, we have been in a sell cycle market where it did not seem like we could catch any sort of uptick. But realistically speaking, if we just kind of look at what's been going on the last 10 days, realistically, we have not been able to catch a downtick. I mean, every single day, besides the exception of one day out of 10 days, has moved higher here. This day coming back to test the 50-day moving average. So with that being taken into account, we are running on 10 days worth of green. We are up 10% overall from the recent bottoms here. If we kind of look at this double bottom here. Now, can we really start to say that this is the actual double bottom and the market is just going to continue to scream higher, for the rest of the year? Far too early to say that. If you were loading long positions here, definitely be taking some profits along the way. The first day today that we closed over the 200-day moving average, extremely bullish, right? This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth consecutive day holding the 50-day moving average. So, overall, things do look very, very bullish. However, what I want to just keep in mind here, even though we did reclaim the 200-day moving average, even though things do look bullish, that's not to say that the market can't just, kind of push a little bit higher and start to chop around. We do have a gap to be filled. That gap is obviously from the opening of today. Got that little bit of a gap to fill right over that 200-day moving average. So if we do come back and want to fill that gap, I could see us back testing 365. So if we kind of look at what that would look like if we get some sort of push off the open tomorrow, and then, even going into the rest of this week, and we kind of get this little bit of back test into that 365, which is going to also correlate with this rising 5-day moving average that you could see here. If we get that back test into 365, and then we see some sideways consolidation and then another push higher, our next supply zone is going to be 377.45. Any close over 377.45 definitely is going to give it room to stretch to all-time highs, 406, 408, 410. But, the bigger picture could be, what if the run is over? What if, we go into a week-long sideways distribution cycle? Here's some of the best advice that I can give to anyone. If you have banked, and if you had made money the past 2 weeks, which you should have, right? You should have made money the past 2 weeks. If you've been making money the past 2 weeks and we do go into some sort of week-long distribution sideways market where the market does get choppy, I would recommend sitting on your hands or taking far less size or taking far less trades. The last thing you want to do is put up monster numbers for the past 2 weeks just to give it all back in a matter of a couple of days. That's the last thing that you want to do. You absolutely want to protect that P&L. You want to protect those gains from the past 2 weeks. I'm not saying that you're not going to take a red day, but if you do, please do not let it crush your account. Please do not let it crush your mindset and crush your your confidence. Everyone's confidence is riding sky high right now. I do think that we do need a little bit of a pullback, at least into 365, and then get some sideways consolidation. It would be very, very healthy for a continued breakout move. Now, if we just keep screaming higher, and let's say the triple Qs, before back testing or pulling back, kind of close over the 377, I would be cautious, just to be cautious as we get into these frothy areas here, because when the pullback comes, it will be very, very significant. I'm not saying that, we're coming all the way back down here to 313, but, even a pullback to 360 or even 355, I can see being justifiable. And that will really, really crush a lot of people who are sitting long here if we have some sort of pullback into here, if that makes sense. So, just kind of make sure you're taking your profits off the table. Just kind of make sure you're being safe out there. Just kind of understand where your supply and demand zones are. We are right here at the 150-day simple moving average. So after this reclaim of the 200, we kind of just stopped right here at the 150. So kind of looking at what's going to go on tomorrow. If we do confirm that 150-day moving average, we do have room to stretch into 377. What I would like to see is maybe we do get a rest day tomorrow. Maybe we do get a little bit of a choppier day tomorrow, and then we do get some sort of back test into the 5-day moving average. For me, that would be really bullish. That pullback into around a 362, 361 area. That for me would be the ultimate stand for the bulls, to kind of pull back in that area and even consolidate for 1 to 2 days before turning around and making the next push higher. That would be very healthy for the market. Anytime we just go straight up, you have to be careful of the move back down. Hope this video makes sense. If you guys want to trade with me, come to the Discord. That link is down in the description box below. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys all in the next video.